Kate? Why didn't you tell me about this? We're friends, aren't we?
Oh, hey, Hannah. It's been a while since we last talked. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what this is about.
I heard some rumor that you're going out with Tom. Is that really true?
Yeah, it is true. We've been dating for about a year now. I guess I didn't get around to telling you about it. I kind of thought the word would have gotten around about it.
It would have been nice to hear about it from you directly. I had no idea at all until very recently. I'm kind of surprised that you guys have managed to keep dating for that long. I really don't know how I feel about you guys dating, though.
How come? Do you have something against him or something?
You know that he's my ex-boyfriend, right? Of course I'm gonna feel a little uncomfortable. You're also my friend, so it's just weird for me.
Yeah, I know about that. You guys were dating back in college. I don't really get why you'd feel weird about it, though. It was like 7 or 8 years ago that you guys were dating. Also, we weren't ever that close, in my opinion.
How can you say that? I'd say we're pretty good friends. I'm kind of shocked that you're willingly dating one of your friend's ex-boyfriends, though. It's kind of gross. I expected better from you.
I don't think it's weird that I'm dating your ex. You've done something pretty similar before. You dated your basketball teammate's ex-boyfriend, if I recall correctly. Isn't that like the same thing?
Oh, did something like that happen? I don't really remember.
Yeah, it did happen, and I know that you remember it. So anyway, why did you decide to text me today? Was it really because you found out that I was dating Tom?
Yeah, I thought I'd be nice and tell you something. I really don't think you should date him. It's not a good idea at all.
Why would you say something like that? I'm very happy with how things are going with him right now.
You should just be quiet and listen to me. Have you seen his parents' house? They live in an old and rusty house in the outskirts of town. Him and his family must be so damn poor to live in a place like that. He was kind of fun to date, but he's definitely not husband material. You should find a different guy as soon as possible. Thank me later.
Oh, I think I know the place that you're talking about. It's not something that I would break up with him over either.
So you've seen it before then? That place is a complete wreck. I could never imagine living in a place like that.
I've been over there a couple times already. That place isn't actually his parents' house, though. It's an old house that Tom's been renting out for himself.
Wait, what? He's the one renting that place so that he can live alone?
Yeah, pretty much. He still lives there right now.
That's kind of weird. I thought most people that live alone tend to rent out apartment rooms. Surely there's no need for him to rent out a whole house, let alone a house like that.
He told me that he likes weightlifting and wanted some extra space to himself. Renting out a house made more sense for him than a small apartment room. He also doesn't really have to worry about making noise because he doesn't live in an apartment complex. He's sitting next to me right now, and that's his reasoning behind living there.
So he's still that gym rat that he always used to be? So you guys are together right now then?
Yeah, we're on a date right now. We're planning on going to eat at a nice restaurant.
Oh, I'm sorry to be interrupting such an important date.
It's no problem at all. Did you have anything else that you needed to say to me?
I'm actually about to go on a date with my boyfriend as well. He's completely different to Tom, though. He outclasses Tom in pretty much every single way. He looks fabulous, and he has a really great job. Just absolutely elite all around. Bet you're jealous.
Well, good for you.
Anyway, gotta go now. He's waiting for me. See ya! Hey, Kate. Are you seriously planning on continuing to date Tom?
Why are you asking me this? Of course I'm planning on continuing to be with him. Our relationship is going great. I really like being with him.
He has such a bleak future ahead of him, though. He has a terrible salary at a tiny company, right? You should definitely try to find a more successful guy to date. We're not young anymore. He's definitely not the kind of guy that you want to get married to.
I don't really care about his salary. That's not something that I value. I'm sure that we're going to be fine in the future if I keep on working a full-time job as well.
That would mean you wouldn't be able to become a housewife, though. That's like the best thing about being a woman. A housewife doesn't have to work at all. My boyfriend earns over $100,000 a year. He's completely different when compared to Tom. It means that I can become a housewife in the future and not have to worry about money again.
I remember you saying that it was your dream to become a housewife or something. You always said that you wanted an easy life without having to work.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want. To be completely honest, the reason why I broke up with Tom was because of this. I knew that I'd have to keep on working if I got married to him. He doesn't earn enough to support a family by himself.
So that's the reason you broke up with him. I guess everyone has different values, so I'm not going to judge you, but...
The reason why I decided to date him back in college, because he had really good grades. He was one of the smartest guys in the entire place. I really expected him to have a fantastic career in the future. I was so disappointed when I found out that he was going to work for a small and unknown company as his first job out of college. I heard that he still works there too. Why would anyone want to work for such a low-paying company like that?
You know, I actually work at the same company as him too.
Well, it's not as bad for you as you're a woman. Men should be the one earning the majority of the money in a household.
I don't think that's necessarily true for everyone. Especially in recent times. Those stereotypical roles have started to change.
Surely you're starting to regret dating him, though. You told me earlier today that he lives in that old and rusty house. You should be able to see that he has absolutely no future ahead of him at all.
I told you this earlier, but money isn't everything, you know? He's continued to live in that house because he likes it there and finds it comfortable. I don't understand why you seem to have such a big problem with it. You're not dating him anymore, so it shouldn't matter where he lives. Also, I'm dating him because I love his personality, and his values align with my values. I respect him a lot, and I trust him with my life. I'm not dating him for his money or his position at a company.
Yeah, whatever. Women just say that kind of stuff, but they don't mean it. You're probably gonna jump ship at the first opportunity you get. The best form of happiness we can find is getting married to a rich and successful guy that's gonna earn a living for us. You're voluntarily giving that up by dating him. What a huge waste. You're gonna regret this decision later on in life when you're poor and begging for food. On the other hand, I'm gonna be able to quit my job and live a luxurious life.
As I said many times, it seems like we have different values. I wouldn't quit my job even if I were going to marry a rich guy. Working is very fulfilling for me and something that I wish to continue doing.
Like you really mean that. You wouldn't be saying that if you could get a rich guy. Anyway, goodbye. I gotta get going.
Hey Kate, do you have a moment?
Yeah, I'm free right now. What is it?
I wanted to discuss something with you. You know that we're planning on going to take a look at some properties to rent out next week, right?
Yeah, we're going to the real estate agent next Saturday. Something on your mind?
Well, I was thinking that maybe we should just buy a house outright instead of renting a place out.
Wait, you want to buy a house?
Well, I discussed this with our boss, and he told me that we wouldn't be transferred to any of the other offices. Even if we did get transferred, we could rent out the house if we buy one.
I'm not against it, but it's a pretty big life decision to buy a house. Also, no offense, but both of our salaries are kind of pretty bad, you know? I'm not sure that we're in a financial position to be thinking about buying a house. I think that we should just rent out a place for now and start saving up some money. Maybe we can think about buying a house in about 5 or 6 years' time.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I probably should have told you about this first. I forgot that you don't know about this yet. I actually have the money to buy a house already.
Wait, for real? I had no idea. Like, how much do you have saved up?
I have about $3 million saved up. I don't want to get a loan, so I'm planning to buy the house in just one payment.
Did you just say $3 million? What?
What's the matter?
Are you sure you didn't mean $300,000? Even that amount would really surprise me. You've never told me about any of this. Where the hell did you get that kind of money from?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about it. I was going to tell you about it soon. I really said everything in the wrong order today. I'm sorry if I surprised you by telling you this. I'll tell you about all the details in person, but I guess I can give you a basic idea as to how I got the money.
Yeah, please do tell me. I'm a little worried about such a huge amount of money seemingly appearing out of nowhere.
So, my granddad actually reached out to me back in college. He knew that I was getting really good grades, and he asked me if I was interested in investing. I was really intrigued, and I told him that. He decided to lend me a large amount of his money, as he thought that I would be great at investing. I really enjoyed the whole idea, so I did a lot of research about the various forms of investing. I ended up doing very well, and by the time I knew it, I had over $2.5 million saved up.
Whoa, that's absolutely crazy.
My grandpa actually made me promise a few things when he lent me the money. He told me that I couldn't tell anyone about the investments unless I completely trusted them. He also told me that I couldn't just quit college and that I'd have to find a job in my field. He then told me that I'd have to make a living using just the salary I earned for my job. The money he lent me for investing was not to be used unless it was for an emergency. So I've kept abiding by his rules, and that's why I'm living like how I am.
Oh, I see. I'm still struggling to take this all in, but it kind of makes sense now. I had no idea that you were a genius investor, though. I always thought you were the athletically gifted kind of guy. You're always working out, too.
I'm not sure if you're insulting me or complimenting me.
I mean that as a compliment.
Thanks, I guess. I'm still investing, by the way, and I'll continue to do so even after we get married. I'll also make sure to give you updates from now on, too.
Thanks for trusting me with the information. I have absolutely no knowledge about investing, so I won't be able to help you out, though.
That's no problem at all. You can leave it all to me. I just wanted to let you know that I do have some money saved up just in case of emergencies. I decided to tell you about this because I trust you 100% and because you're very disciplined with money. You don't overspend and you also save money for the future. I figured that you wouldn't change that much even if I told you about the money that I have saved up.
Thanks for trusting me. I'm really glad that you decided to talk to me about this.
I'm glad I managed to get this out of the way. I'll tell you more about what I do this weekend. Let's also talk about the house this weekend too.
Yeah, sounds good.
Kate! What is going on? You have some explaining to do.
What are you talking about all of a sudden, Hannah?
There's this beautiful new house that was built nearby my friend's condo. I have no idea why, but I saw Tom going into the house. What the hell is happening? Also, shouldn't you be kind of worried about it?
Why should I be worried?
Are you guys really able to afford a place like that with his pathetic salary? You guys are never going to be able to pay off all the loans.
It's not really any of your business, but we're going to be fine. We've thought it all through, and we're not going to be troubled financially.
I guess it's fine if you feel that way about it. Anyway, that's all. Goodbye, Kate. Hey, Tom. It's been a while. It's Hannah, your beautiful ex-girlfriend. You remember me, right? Hey, pick up. I have something really great to tell you. You're gonna want to hear it.
What do you want from me all of a sudden, Hannah? I don't have any reason to be talking to you anymore. Could you just leave me alone? I'm busy and I don't have the time to be chatting with you.
Hey, don't say something like that. We have so many good memories together, remember? Oh, we were so deeply in love back then. I'm sure that you still have feelings for me. I still think I have feelings for you too.
Seems a little weird for you to be saying that when you're the one that dumped me. You mistook the house that I borrowed during college as my parents' house and left me because you thought me and my family were dirt poor. You really shouldn't be talking to me like this. Please, just leave me alone.
I feel bad for what I did to you back then. I really do. I never should have judged you like that. I was young and stupid back then. I want to make up for that mistake I made. I've realized that I really don't have any luck with decent guys. You're the best guy that I've ever been with. I recently found out that the guy I was dating had a huge amount of debt. I thought that he earned $300,000 a year, but in reality he was $300,000 in debt. He stopped buying me stuff and I completely lost any feelings that I had for him.
Oh, I kinda get why you decided to contact me now.
Anyway, that stuff doesn't matter. I have something to tell you. You need to hurry up and break up with that weird woman you're with right now. I'll get back together with you. We can start dating again. I bet you're so happy to hear this. We should start off by planning a romantic vacation together to catch up. How does Paris sound?
Seems like you haven't changed at all. You're still absolutely crazy.
Crazy in a good way, right? I'm gonna be your crazy girlfriend again. Oh, by the way, I saw that really nice house that you moved into. I'm guessing that your rich granddad built it for you. He's a successful investor, right?
Wait, what? Where did you hear that from?
I actually did a little research on you, seeing as we're gonna be getting married. I asked around some of your friends and coworkers. I also took a look through your social media. That's how I found out that your granddad is actually a successful investor. I know that you earn a pathetic salary, but it seems like you're going to be inheriting some of your granddad's money in the near future. I guess that makes things acceptable enough. As long as I can stop working and become a housewife, I'm happy.
Oh, just stop with your ridiculous ideas. Why are you talking about any of this? Do you not realize how many years it's been since we broke up? You're no longer part of my life at all. I also don't plan on having you back in my life at all either. I've been so much happier ever since we parted ways. I intend to keep it that way.
Well, I had no choice but to break up with you back then. I had no idea that you had a rich granddad. You were living in that rusty old house, and I just assumed that you and your family were super poor. I never would have ended things with you if I'd known you had a rich family member. It's kind of your fault, too, for not telling me about it. Anyway, now that's all sorted out, let's get back together. I'll even marry you right away. That house looks like an amazing place to live. I'm actually in front of the house you built right now. Let's get married.
Stop being crazy and leave me alone immediately. I'm already married. I have no idea why you thought that something this ridiculous would work out. You know that me and Kate were going out from a few years ago, right?
Well, I knew about that, but you should leave a woman like that. I'm so much more attractive than her. Any guy would choose me over an ugly witch like her.
Okay, you need to stop insulting her right now. She's my wife and she's absolutely beautiful. She also has values that align with my values and I completely trust her. Even after she found out about all the money that I have, she didn't change at all. She's completely different to a gold digger like you. I feel so sorry for any man that might date you in the future. I never would have become happy if I had kept dating you anyway. I'm actually glad that you decided to dump me. I should say thank you for that. I also have no intention of helping you pay back your debt either.
Wait, hold on a minute. Why do you know about that? I never told you about my debt at all.
Yeah, I thought it might be something like that.
Wait, what? I don't understand. Did you just trick me?
I know how bad of a spender you are. You've always spent way too much money. That's why I thought you might have come to me because of debt. It wasn't that difficult to figure out.
I can't believe that you would trick me into saying this. You're just unbelievable.
You should probably go ask someone else for help. I'm not going to do anything about this. Dating you back in college was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I am so glad that I didn't end up getting married to a witch like you. Don't bother trying to contact me ever again. I want you to stay completely out of my life.
Hey, Kate. Oh, I have some unfortunate news for you. I'm gonna be the one living with Tom from now on. You need to leave him immediately.
Hannah? Stop trying to mess with me like that.
I'm telling you the truth. I decided to sneak into his new house with some of my belongings. I guess he still had feelings for me after all. He said some mean things to me last week, but I guess he still wants to be with me after all.
Wait, you snuck in. Did he really give you permission to do that?
Well, he left me a cake that has the word welcome written on it. He also left me an expensive-looking wine and some really nice cheese in the fridge. I'm guessing that he's planning to hold me a surprise welcome party.
Hannah, I don't think that he meant that for you. How did you even get inside in the first place?
He kind of messed up and left the front door locked, so I had no choice but to break a window and sneak inside. I'm glad that he still loves me this much, though. Also, this house is absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy that I'm going to be living here from now on.
So you broke in by smashing a window. That's breaking and entering.
I'm sorry, but he's mine now. He's no longer going to be your husband. Tough luck.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Me and Tom are currently preparing dinner together in our new house. Where the hell even are you? You definitely didn't break into our house. We would have noticed if you did.
Wait, what do you mean? This is his house for sure. It's the white 3-storied house near the station, right?
That place isn't our house. Our house isn't close to any station at all.
Wait, what? You're joking, right?
Oh, I think I know what's happening now. You saw Tom walk into that house and that's why you thought it was his place? You made a completely wrong assumption.
Wait, what? So you're telling me that this isn't his house? You need to tell me what's happening.
That house is one of Tom's friend's house. He was walking in and out of that house as he was helping them move in that day.
Then, what is this cake inside the fridge? It says welcome on it. There's also a nice bottle of wine and a bunch of preparations for a nice meal.
Tom just told me that the guy got married recently. Apparently his wife's family is coming over for the first time to visit them in their new house. That's probably why there are preparations like that. You've just broken into a complete stranger's house. Sounds like you've really gone and messed up.
Oh, God! This can't be good at all. Oh my God, no way.
Did something happen?
Somebody just came back. I heard the front door open right now.
Wait, you're still in the house? What are you doing? Well, it looks like you have some serious explaining to do. Also, don't bother contacting me or Tom ever again. Both of us don't want anything to do with you anymore. We're both blocking you and cutting ties with you completely. Goodbye forever, Hannah. We hope that you get punished for what you did. The police were immediately called to the scene when the owners of the house found Hannah inside their house. It must have been really shocking to them to see a complete stranger inside their house that they had just moved into. Fortunately, Tom managed to warn his friend about it in advance, so they weren't taken by complete surprise. Unfortunately, the nice bottle of wine that they prepared for his wife had been completely drunken by Hannah. Hannah was immediately arrested by the police that came to the scene, and she was made to pay for all the damages she caused to the house. She was also charged for trespassing and now has a criminal record. Her parents ended up finding out about all of this, and she was immediately told to live with them as they needed to monitor her actions. They ended up finding out about her debt as well. Currently, she's working a full-time job at a local factory, and her parents completely control her finances. They take money from her paycheck as rent, and also a portion to put towards paying off her debt. She doesn't get any money to herself that she gets to spend. It seems like this is going to continue until all of her debt is paid off. God knows how long that's going to take. She tried to contact me to ask me for help, but I blocked her number without reading or replying to her messages. I'm glad that she's getting punished for what she did. I hope that I never have to talk to or see her ever again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content.